With a raw power that seemed to come from another dimension,
Right combination, White is down.
Eric Butterbean Esch left an indelible mark on boxing and MMA.
Oh, right, he goes down.
Nicknamed the King of the 4 rounds, every punch he threw was an explosive spectacle,
Trying to fight back, that's it.
capable of knocking out even the bravest opponents.
Left hand down goes Dragon, hits it.
His imposing presence and devastating knockout punch made him a legend who shattered all expectations.
Allen in trouble. Butterbean goes to work, he's got Allen between the ropes.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more shocking stories.
Oh, right, he goes down. He's hurt.
In a small town in Alabama, Eric Esch went from being an ordinary worker to an unstoppable force. It all started in an amateur tournament where his sheer strength made him an immediate sensation. Nicknamed Butterbean for his appearance, it didn't take long for him to dominate the rings with his devastating knockout punch. From an unknown rookie to a boxing legend, his rise was as fast as it was shocking, and that's why now we're going to witness the most terrifying KOs of his career.
Opposite of Butterbean, he lands a good right hand. Oh, there goes Monaco. Second knockdown in this round.
1. Eric Butterbean vs. Louis Monaco. In December 1995, Eric Butterbean Esch faced Louis Monaco in a fight that would go down in history as one of the most spectacular moments of Butterbean's career. With an undefeated record of 14-0 and weighing 300 pounds, Butterbean entered the ring determined to showcase his power and live up to his Butterbean nickname, which he quickly earned in the boxing world for his size, strength, and knockout ability.
Good night. There goes Monaco.
From the first bell, Butterbean made it clear what his intentions were. He charged toward Monaco with his signature aggressive and relentless style, putting pressure on him right from the start.
Butterbean, he will race across the ring and attempt to get Monaco down quickly, and by golly, but
Unlike other boxers who prefer to size up their opponents, Butterbean wasted no time, launching brutal punches without hesitation.
Butterbean may end up having some longer tough man fight.
Using his size and imposing strength, Butterbean quickly closed the distance and began dominating the fight.
well, you can see he's got a bodybuilder's physique.
Monaco, who did not expect such an immediate onslaught, tried to stay defensive, but was unable to avoid Butterbean's powerful blows. Within seconds, Butterbean's devastating right hook connected squarely with Monaco's jaw, sending him to the canvas with a speed and force that stunned everyone present.
Good night. There goes Monaco. And I mean, there he goes.
The punch was so powerful that Monaco had no time to react, crashing to the floor as if a tower had collapsed.
Good night. I mean, there he goes. Well, that does it for this fight.
2. Eric Butterbean vs. Ed White. In April 1997, Eric Butterbean Esch faced Ed White, a considerably taller boxer with a 7-inch reach advantage, which theoretically gave him an edge. However, this size difference was not enough to stop Butterbean's aggressive, unstoppable style. From the start of the fight, Butterbean came out swinging with his characteristic style, pressing White against the ropes.
Good left hook by Butterbean. Now he tries to follow it up.
Despite the height difference, Butterbean didn't let that affect his approach.
Butterbean comes right to him.
He kept up the constant pressure, landing quick and powerful punches that wore down his opponent.
Butterbean trying to finish him with left hooks.
White tried to defend himself, but Butterbean, with his strength and aggression, kept landing punches that left White with no answers. In the second round, the fight reached its climax. Butterbean, with a perfectly placed blow, landed a devastating right hook that sent White flying through the ropes. The brutality of the punch left the crowd in complete disbelief as White collapsed to the floor, unable to recover. The force of the combination was so great that the referee, seeing White's fall and his inability to continue, had no choice but to stop the fight.
Left-right combination. White is down and out of the ring. Fight is over. And another cut developed on the face of Butterbean beside.
3. Eric Butterbean versus Peter McNeeley. In 1999, Eric Butterbean Esch faced Peter McNeeley, a boxer known for his previous bout with Mike Tyson. Despite McNeeley's notoriety and bravery in the ring, Butterbean gave no opportunity to his opponent. From the first bell, Butterbean showed his supremacy. He charged forward, imposing his aggressive and overwhelming style.
Trying to end it in less than 18 seconds.
McNeeley tried to defend himself, but Butterbean's strength and speed were too much for him.
Had a couple extra drinks or ate a little too much, didn't diet or train on his life, and can actually come in here and perform at this.
With each punch, Butterbean made it clear that he had no intention of extending the fight.
Powerful punches by Butterbean and McNeeley.
Within minutes, Butterbean landed a devastating punch that left McNeeley completely unable to respond. The referee wasted no time in stopping the fight, awarding Butterbean a swift and decisive KO victory.
Another uppercut. It's all Butterbean. McNeeley ready to go. And that's it. Jane 80 steps in and stops the fight just before the bell. It's over in the first round.
4. Eric Butterbean versus Johnny Knoxville. In 2002, Eric Butterbean Esch made a memorable appearance on the popular television show Jackass, where he faced Johnny Knoxville in a non-professional fight set in an entirely different venue, a department store. Although it wasn't an official match, Butterbean's power was as evident as ever, just like in any boxing ring. From the start, Butterbean demonstrated his impressive strength. Knoxville, known for his extreme stunts and resistance to pain, had little chance against Butterbean's sheer power. With a single brutal punch, Butterbean knocked Knoxville out immediately, sending him to the ground within seconds. The speed and force of the punch surprised everyone in attendance and made it clear that no matter the location, Butterbean was still a fearsome knockout artist. Five. Eric Butterbean versus Bart Gunn. At WrestleMania 15, Eric Butterbean Esch faced wrestler Bart Gunn in a boxing match that not only caught the attention of wrestling fans, but different. From the first round, Butterbean imposed his aggressive style.
To start things off, there's a left by Bart Gunn. What do you give the edge to in this one, King?
Using his massive size and incredible punching power, he overwhelmed Gunn, who couldn't keep up with his opponent's relentless pace.
Probably Butter. Oh, wow! Did you see that? Both of these guys got right.
Butterbean got straight to the point, delivering quick, precise punches that already started to wear down Gunn. In just a few minutes, Butterbean landed a devastating right hand that sent Gunn crashing to the mat, leaving him unable to continue.
If I were you, Bart, I'd go for a takedown. 7 seconds left. There's the right hand, folks. It's over. Goodbye.
The referee, seeing that Gunn was unable to recover, stopped the fight, awarding Butterbean a solid KO victory.
Without a doubt, probably Butter. Oh, wow! Did you see that? Both of these guys got right. Butterbean right hand. Takedown. 27 seconds left. There's the right hand, folks. It's over. Goodbye.
6. Eric Butterbean versus James Baker. In 1996, Eric Butterbean Esch achieved one of the most impressive milestones of his career by recording the fastest knockout of his career in his matchup against James Baker. The fight began with palpable tension in the air, but Butterbean's advantage became clear from the first moment. With his signature aggression, Butterbean wasted no time, charging toward Baker with overwhelming energy. Baker, aware of the power he was facing, tried to maintain distance and use his defensive skills to withstand Butterbean's attacks. However, Butterbean's power was such that any attempt by Baker to neutralize him proved ineffective.
Butterbean looks for the wild, free, swinging brawl. That's what he feels the fans like to see.
Confident in his overwhelming strength, Butterbean landed a devastating right hand with lethal precision to Baker's face. The force of the punch was so brutal that Baker had no time to react. In the blink of an eye, Baker collapsed to the ground, completely knocked out. Baker's fall was so quick and definitive that the referee had no choice but to stop the fight immediately, as Baker couldn't even attempt to get up. The crowd, stunned, could hardly believe how fast the fight had ended. The KO was recorded in just 18 seconds, a record time for Butterbean that highlighted the lethal speed and power of his punches.
His opponent, James Baker, and has him down in the first round. Baker, by the way, 1-5, has been knocked out in the first.
7. Eric Butterbean versus Patrick Smith. In 2003, Eric Butterbean Esch proved that his knockout power wasn't limited to just boxing when he faced Patrick Smith, a UFC veteran, in a mixed martial arts (MMA) fight. This match marked an important point in Butterbean's career, showcasing his ability to adapt to a new combat environment very different from the boxing ring.
Smith can kick. He goes low outside. That's a nice beam with a kick.
From the first round, Butterbean imposed his aggressive style and overwhelming strength, knowing he needed to adapt quickly to the rules and dynamics of MMA.
What a
Keeping Bean
pretty. Setting it up with the kick. Going upstairs. Pat Smith got in a left and a right.
Though Smith was an experienced fighter in the octagon with a long UFC history, Butterbean was not intimidated by his opponent. Rather than limiting himself to his boxing technique, Butterbean displayed great willingness to use his raw power in the new setting, constantly pressuring Smith.
The leg, not the outside.
Butterbean,
Nice beam with a kick.
although Butterbean tried to establish his rhythm, Smith was unstoppable. Using his size and strength, he closed the distance quickly. At a crucial moment, Smith landed a devastating punch, a fierce right hand that left Butterbean completely disoriented. With no options to respond, Smith was knocked down by the force of the punch, prompting the referee to step in and stop the fight.
Wow, that's going back.
Elbows.
has a mean left elbow. Another one.
That's it. That is it. Bean taps out.
8. Eric Butterbean versus George Lindberger. In 2001, Eric Butterbean Esch faced George Lindberger in a fight that quickly became one of the most impressive demonstrations of Butterbean's devastating power. From the moment the bell rang, the imposing Butterbean advanced toward his opponent with his characteristic aggressive and determined style. Lindberger, despite his experience, couldn't find an opening to stop Butterbean's relentless pressure, who made it clear from the start that he had no intention of dragging the fight out. The difference in strength and skill was evident from the first exchanges of punches. Butterbean, known for his size and tremendous knockout power, began dominating Lindberger immediately. Without giving his opponent any chance to take the initiative, Butterbean landed a precise blow with his signature right hand that hit with such force that it left Lindberger completely disoriented. The punch was so accurate and powerful that Lindberger fell to the ground with a speed that surprised the crowd. Despite his efforts to get up, Butterbean's strength had been enough to render him unable to continue. The referee intervened quickly, stopping the fight and giving Butterbean a knockout in less than 2 minutes.
Do that for a couple rounds, and then ultimately, of course, he's fighting. It's a call. Oh, it's a great call for Butterbean. I don't think he's with it. That's it. He's out. On his feet, he's out.
Eric Butterbean Esch left an unforgettable mark on the world of boxing and mixed martial arts with his stunning knockout power. Throughout his career, Butterbean demonstrated that his overwhelming strength could end fights in a matter of minutes, making him one of the most feared knockout artists of his era. If these epic moments of his career impressed you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content about the greats of the sport. See you in the next video.